Hello, I'm Lavinia Butler, and welcome to LuvricandCompany. Today our guest is Sally Main, who's Executive Director of the Nashville Film Festival, and Joe Pagetta, who is the big PR media guru for the film festival. And welcome, Joe, Sally.
Thank you so much. We're so excited to be back.
Oh, exciting to be here. Every year the Nashville Film Festival gets bigger and better. I tell you, I
thank
just
you.
enjoy it. Now this year it's April the 14th through the 21st.
That's correct.
I had to get those dates right.
Thank you.
Now tell us what's on tap for this year, Sally.
Well, you know, we will kick off with our big opening night, red carpet. This year we're trying to make it bigger and better, you know, as always. So we have a couple of opening night films. Our main opening night film is called Bloodworth, and it's a film, ironically, that we actually premiered last year under a different name called Provinces of Night, and a studio has picked it up and done some editing and changes, and they asked to come back to us to world premiere this. So we're excited about that. I think it gives our film audience an opportunity for something that you don't always get a chance to do, but they get to see the transformation of a film from the first one to then being reshot a little bit, changed, refocused to the second one. And I think that's a neat comparison that you don't usually get to see. So that's exciting. But because there may be some people that say, you know, I've seen that. What else do you have? We have a couple other offerings too.
Oh,
so that's,
wow.
yeah.
I see that's nice. Now, that's Thursday. That's the opening night
That's
on the 14th.
opening. That's correct.
Now anybody can come to that, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. And one of the other options opening night is our Tennessee Film Night, and it focuses on short films made by Tennessee filmmakers, and we're going to focus on the documentaries. And one of those documentaries is a film called Nashville Rising, which is about Nashville's response to the floods. So it'll be the world premiere of that film, shot by a local filmmaker, Zach Adams, and produced by somebody locally. So there's a great local connection to that Tennessee Film Night opening.
Oh, that
so we're excited about that.
Yeah, and you know, that's almost 1 year ago when the flood happened, because it happened right after the festival. So,
sure did.
yeah, so this is going to be an exciting experience to sort of be able to stand back a little bit and look back at that experience, because it, you know, I can't believe it's already been a year.
I know. Are there other Tennessee films that, you know, they're throughout the whole week?
Oh, absolutely.
Of Tennessee filmmakers.
Lots of local connection. And I just want to correct that director is Zach Hall, who directed Nashville Rising. But in addition to the Tennessee Film Night, which we have several programs, and we're going to break them up into documentaries and narrative features. There's a film called The Nothing that was filmed right here in Nashville and has some local actors that we also added on opening night. There's a film called Septian by director Michael Tully, who directed a film on the band The Silver Jews a few years ago. That was shot entirely in and around Nashville.
Wow.
So a real strong local connection there. There's a film called Wolf Knife, which actually ends, its final sequence takes place in Nashville. So a lot of films that were shot here in Nashville, as well as, and then of course that opening night film, Bloodworth, while not shot in Tennessee, takes place in East Tennessee. So there's a lot of different local connections.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah.
My gosh. Now, you know, the open, wow, and all this is on Thursday night.
That's right.
Yeah. And
You hadn't even gotten this. It runs. That's the 14th.
Yeah.
You got to go all the way to the 21st. Wow.
And I apologize to you earlier for reading notes during it all.
Oh, I don't care. Read those notes, because we want to hear everything.
One other great local connection is a film called Jess and Moss by the director Clay Jeter, who is from Clarksville. And the interesting thing with this, his film last year, he had a short film called $5 that actually won the Tennessee Independent Spirit Award for a short film. As part of that award, he got a cash prize that he was able to use as finishing money for a feature-length film, which he used for the film Jess plus Moss. It got into the Sundance Film Festival, where it premiered. It's going to show in Berlin, and we're going to show it here as well. So another really strong, locally connected film.
Now,
Filmmakers.
which one? What's the name of that one?
That's called Jess. It's actually it's Jess plus Moss.
Okay.
Is the actual title of it.
Oh, look forward to that. Yeah. That sounds fascinating. And you know, to help promote local.
Yes.
Our own
That's the most
Tennessee
exciting part, is to feel like
directors
we
in
had
there.
a small little part in helping to launch that. It's very
Yes.
exciting for us.
Oh my gosh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so exciting. And this is all the first few days.
Yeah, really.
This is exciting. Now, you on opening night, well, really the whole festival, anybody in anywhere can buy tickets.
Absolutely.
Now, this is at the
Regal Green
Regal
Hills.
Theater in the Green Hills
Yes.
Mall. Well, right off from the mall. It's not in the mall.
Right. We have 6 theaters downstairs in the lower lobby. We sort of take it over. You'll see we have our own box office, decorated. And in the back, where it's usually concrete and you park, we actually transform it with a huge VIP tent and our red carpets, and you won't recognize it, I promise you.
Wow, that's nice. And I noticed.
You've been there. You
I
were
know,
there
I
last
noticed-
year in the
I was gonna say, I
tent.
noticed last year you had this big bus, not bus. but-
Yes, the Gibson bus will
Yeah.
be there
oh
also.
my gosh, it was huge.
It's a great place for us to be able to interview and talk
Yes.
to a lot of
Yeah.
people
s-
and have
and
an
a lot
environment.
of stars.
Yes.
It doubles as our media lounge.
Yes.
So as we interview folks, it's kind of the place where people hang out before they come out to the red carpet. When we have media doing interviews, that's where we like to do the interviews. We can do video interviews in there,
Oh, perfect.
as well as print stuff. And as musicians, we're going to try this year, as musicians come by, we're going to try to get them in there to maybe to play a song for us, and we'll tape it to put up on the website as well.
Oh, that's
so
neat.
sessions on the bus.
My gosh, oh, this is just getting more exciting. Well, now tell us, you have trailers where people can go on and see trailers. I remember you had that last year. Do you
Yeah.
have that?
We have that
If
currently.
you go on the website now and you go to the confirmed film section, every film, right now we have, and you know, stuff fluctuates, things change, but at this point, the list up there, every confirmed film at the festival is on there now, and you can watch trailers for all the feature films.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, now see,
So you can get a taste of everything.
What is your website address?
NashvilleFilmFestival.org.
Okay, Nashville Film Festival, all one word.
.org.
.org. Perfect. Now that's where they can go and get all of that information
all
on
of that.
tickets and
Yeah.
on
Yes.
see the trailers and
Yeah.
and write down all their list of movies that they want to go
Yeah,
see.
and I recommend people become fans of ours on Facebook and follow us on Twitter as well, because we've been putting updates there as well every day.
And trailers
Oh.
and focusing
Linking
on
trailers.
films. I think the biggest challenge for somebody is, how do you pick out of the 220 films what
Is
you
that
want to
how
see?
many you have this year?
Yeah, we have it.
Oh my word.
And we have about
43 countries.
yeah.
Oh,
So there's something for everybody, from documentaries to narrative features to shorts. Some people love the shorts.
oh, I was just getting ready to ask you about
Yeah.
those because I love the shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
We
some
have
of them
funny
so funny. I
shorts,
was
we
gonna say
have-
some are so funny.
Some for the family. On Saturday, we'll have our family shorts program, which this year we're offering free to the public, thanks to Bridgestone. That's helping us underwrite that. So that's very exciting.
I was going to ask you. So the children,
Yes.
people come and bring the whole family.
Yes, on
Because
Saturday
you have movies and films for the children.
Yes.
The teenagers, the adults.
Yes.
Everybody in the family can come and just go in with whichever movie, one after the other, and enjoy themselves.
Absolutely.
That is so nice.
And what's our little joke about the short films? If you go to a short film collection, if you don't like what you see, wait 5 minutes. You'll
see something else.
Yeah.
That's what I love about the shorts.
That is, those are, that's a nice little sound
Yeah.
bite there.
Yeah.
Well, now tell us about some documentaries some other documentaries that are coming this year.
There's a documentary that I actually just screened a few days ago called Broke, about he's a musician, and he kind of raps a little, he sings a little bit. His name is Will I. Gray, and he's amazingly talented, and the documentary basically follows him. It's about what does it take for an artist, which would be really interesting in Nashville, I believe. What does it take for an artist to break these days? You know, in the old tradition of an artist, you know, becoming successful and breaking and getting a record deal, it used to be that was the goal. You wanted a record deal.
right.
And the entire music industry has changed in the last 10 years. Everything's different now. And here's this really talented artist trying to succeed. And for him, I think he just wants to make his music. He wants to pay his rent, be a professional musician. So it's about him trying, not necessarily to make it, but trying to sort of navigate what the music business looks like these days. And they interview what seems like hundreds of people, record label execs, professional musicians. They interviewed Kelly Clarkson in it. They interviewed Damian Horn, who's from here in Nashville. They interview club owners, Michael Grimes, who runs Grimey's in the Basement. He's interviewed, as well as the guy who runs 12th and Porter. But people all throughout the country, musicians, producers, PR folks. So you really get this great sense of how complex the music industry has become. So I really, if you're a musician, or if you're interested in the music industry, the film Broke is highly recommended.
Well, and he's leaving out a couple of really exciting things. One, it's described as hip-hop with the banjo and the grassroots. So what that sounds like, I don't know, but I'm excited to find out.
It's great.
And then closing night, he is actually performing. So not only do you get to hear and see his story, you get to actually see him live. So we'll do our closing.
This is on the 21st.
That's correct.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So that's very exciting for us.
Oh, that is nice. Oh, wow.
And I think I have to look at I think you'll have to go on the website when the schedule's up, but I believe that film premieres Friday night, I think. So but it's called Broke. Yeah, there's cello in there, banjo. It's really a fantastic film. There's a lot of great music documentaries. There's another film called How to Grow a Band that we have a world premiere on about Chris Thiele, the mandolin player in Nickel Creek, who's considered one of the greatest mandolin players probably in the world, and the formation of his new band, Punch Brothers, and the trials and tribulations they go through as a new band.
You know, one of the things that we do is and to help you navigate the festival, we try to break it down in chunks. So we have it color-coded by documentaries, features, shorts. Okay. So if you love that, you could literally sort of follow the color coding, and you could take that track through the whole festival. But we also highlight with music films and Music City. We have that. We have a celebration of Black filmmakers. We have over 7 films in that area. We have a GLBT, we have a Hispanic. So we try to break it down in smaller pieces so that people can, to help them navigate through. And this year, for the first time, we are actually launching an iPhone app that will help us do that too. So we're looking for all the tools we can.
Really getting
we are looking for all the tools.
iPhone app.
And you know why? Because Joe won that at the International Film Festival Summit we went to. He won that for us.
It took a lot to put my business card into the bowl and have it win.
We were so thrilled because it was something we were like, we wish we could have an app. And then
I have the magic business card.
Oh my gosh, that is
so that's going to be fun and exciting. And I
Yes.
actually think that's going to be such a useful tool for us that we will probably continue doing that and expand it next year.
Oh.
And I think one of the things that we always remind people, because as we talk about it, it does become overwhelming. There are so many films. How do you navigate?
Yes.
And I think sometimes that can be a deterrent to folks. They feel like it's just, if you haven't been, you might be a little nervous about going. But treat it, come see one film, see 2, just come by and see what's going on, and introduce yourself to it by picking 1 or 2 films, picking a shorts program. Because it really, the environment is all about welcoming everyone. We really do. It sounds cliche to say we have films for everyone, but we really do. Whatever you like.
Yes,
if you told me what you like, I guarantee you.
We'll find it for you.
You should
Several
test,
of them.
That's true.
You should test me right now and just pick something, and I'll tell you if there's a film.
But now tell us, every year you always have some celebrity
We have one filmmaker that we have confirmed that we're excited about, and that's Monty Hellman, who is probably best known for directing the film Two-Lane Blacktop, but he directed a film called Road to Nowhere, and he was given the Golden Lion Award at Venice last year for his career as a director. And he has a film called Road to Nowhere, and he'll be coming with that film. He's scheduled to attend along with the lead actress Shannon Sossaman, who a lot of people may know from A Knight's Tale, and the screenwriter Stephen Gaydos, and they're going to come with the film, and they'll have a nice Q&A, which we believe is going to be taped for their DVD extras. But Monty is also going to get the Sinking Creek Coleman Award for his for achievement in independent cinema through his career, named after the founder of the Nashville Film Festival, Mary Jane Coleman, when it was called Sinking Creek Celebration.
Because I was going to ask you, because usually you always have workshops or
and panels.
Panels afterwards, and so you're having several of those throughout the festival too again.
Yeah, and there's something we're working with an organization called it's the Film Musicians Secondary Market Fund, which is long, but Vince Gill is going to join us for a panel discussion about making music, about getting music into film. He's had a lot of songs and soundtracks, and that's going to be free. And I believe that's Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
Again, you'll have to
that's
go to the
nice.
website,
Yeah.
but you can go and listen to Vince Gill, really one of the best musicians in this country. And you'll be able to, it's rare you get an opportunity to hear somebody like that talk about
Yes.
how he goes about the creative process and how he goes about getting film and music. So.
My gosh. Now, and there are some of them that are true stories too, aren't they?
Absolutely. The documentaries
Yeah.
are all true stories of issues. Some of them are issue-driven. Some of them are about somebody's life. I just saw a great one last night, If a Tree Falls, and it's about eco-terrorism. And it's from their point of view, which was incredibly educational for me. At the end, I didn't totally agree with what they were doing, but I understood it much better than I ever did. So that's the educational component that is amazing, that you can find out and understand about things that you never even thought about or, didn't understand.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some really powerful documentaries. There's another documentary this year called The Interrupters
Oh, this should be great.
by director Steve James, who did probably like one of the greatest documentaries of all time, Hoop Dreams. Directed that, and then last year was at the festival to get the the Mary Jane Coleman Award for a film he did on Allen Iverson. This is called The Interrupters, and it's about a group of reformed gang members in Chicago, I believe, who go in to sort of work with current gang members and try to sort of disrupt the violence. That's why they're called The Interrupters, and it's a fascinating documentary.
I heard about them. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
And actually, I believe one of them from Chicago is
I
coming
was
down.
going to ask,
Yeah.
were they going?
Yes.
Will any of them going to be
Yep.
here?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
So
that
that-
will be exciting to see that and be able to talk to them.
That would be. Huh.
And another one, again, I'm looking at my notes and I apologize, but the film The First Grader is really exciting.
The first grader.
The
It's called The
Grader.
First Grader by director Justin Chadwick, and it's about an 84-year-old veteran of the Kenyan independence movement who basically decides he wants to get his degree, so he goes back to school to get his degree and winds up in class with all these 6-year-olds, and it's a true story about what this gentleman did. It's really it's a remarkable story. So there's a lot of
And that happened in.
this happened recently. It's a brand new film.
I'm talking about the city that happened in. You said.
Oh, in Kenya. In Kenya.
Oh
yeah.
my. Oh, wow. And this is a true story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, this is fascinating. I'm getting excited. My list is getting longer all the time as you talk. I'm saying, now, which day is that one on?
We've got it for 2 days, so that's good. You won't, if you can't come to one, you can come to the other. Wednesday, and then closing night Thursday.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Wednesday or Thursday of the last 2 days. So don't miss that one.
Now, can people come to the other activities too? Not only some of the other activities.
Yes, we have events. My goal is to always connect something, a resource, a partner. We have close to 80 partners. And what we do is once we identify the film, whether it's what kind of issue it is or what kind of subject matter, I look for an organization within our community to partner with. And what that does is it provides the film goer an expanded experience, whether it be a panel about an issue, whether it be an arts organization that they didn't know about, and then also, so we'll take our film goers and introduce them to other resources within the community, and we'll bring their members into our festival, and so it's just a perfect partnership.
That is good.
Yeah.
80 partners.
Yeah. We got a lot of films to partner up with.
I see. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
this is a serious operation.
That's right.
It's a wonderful, it's a blessing for Nashville to have
Thank
the
you.
film festival here, and it's a wonderful introduction to spring every year.
Yes.
And getting people
start
out and
getting
coming. Yes.
Spring fever.
Yes. This is wonderful. A whole week.
Yeah. There's a circle, I think, that happens because a lot of the filmmakers and the actors and some of the celebrities, some of them have not been to Nashville before, so they come and we feel like we're ambassadors for the city, and they come and we want them to have a great time. We want to represent the city, and they do love it. They all come back. They all go back to where they live, whether it's in Europe, whether they go back to the West Coast, up to New York, talk about the Nashville Film Festival, talk about what a great time they had in Nashville, which sort of helps us get more people come and more films come, which of course benefits the community, because now we're getting better films and we're getting better guests. So it's a great circle. So it's a great, I believe it's a great tool to promote what's great about this city. That's what we love so much about it.
Yep.
And you've been, have you been with it since no, you hadn't been with it.
No.
No.
2004. This is my 8th one. I've been here for a little while, though. We've done this many times.
Yeah, but the first one was in 1969.
That's right.
Correct.
Wow, this has been going on since 1969.
Yes, started in East Tennessee, worked its way over through Tusculum College, then Vanderbilt campus, and then Belcourt, and then in Regal in 1999. And we've been at Regal ever since, because we just, it gave us room to grow. And so, yeah.
Wow.
And we've grown.
I should say so. I don't know where else we could put you if you could keep growing.
That's right. Well, we have a few more theaters down there. Yeah.
Yeah, we had
the new one is being built.
Right.
I think last year we sold out. Last year was the first year we had 3 theaters on for the opening night film.
Yes.
We sold out 2 theaters, and then I had to move into a third. So we almost had 3 sellouts for that opening night film. We sold out 2 for closing night. We had somewhere around 17 sold out screenings last year.
Yeah.
And Joe, I know you double do it. I know you would. I'll go
double
let
do
you
it as
mention. Because you were National Public Television as well.
I am, yes.
And then working on the film festival constantly year-round too.
That's right.
Yeah. When they're going crazy and working really hard this time of year, I don't really feel bad, because I'm doing it all year. But no, we all work really hard all year long. Yeah, so I do National Public Television and the film festival.
Now, can people volunteer if somebody want to volunteer?
Oh, yes. On our website, you can sign up. We have over 300 people signed up already. So
wow.
It takes a lot to do this festival, and we have a lot of people there supporting us. And back to the MPT, we have offices there. That's why this is so convenient, and as well as Shakespeare and Tennessee Rep. We're all housed in what we call the MPT Art Center now.
Oh, okay.
And the fact that we're all nonprofits and we can share some of our resources and some of the employees, it's really a benefit for all of us.
That's good.
And there are a lot of connections between the film festival and MPT. A lot of the films that say played the film festival last year wind up via PBS, something like Independent Lens or POV, wind up on NPT because they're PBS programs. So there's a lot of
some of the films
like
that were premiered at the festival were on National Public Television.
Yeah,
very good.
Go on to national success. They might get picked up. There was a film 2 years ago called Garbage Dreams, a great environmental film that eventually wound up on Independent Lens, and we broadcast nationally. So there's a lot of, especially in the documentary categories, a lot of those films, a lot of them actually show up on PBS a year later. I mean, there are even some films that we're showing this year that have already been picked up by PBS, like If a Tree Falls, he's going to be part of the POV slate of films later this year. So great. I mean, the missions really are the same in terms of bringing great documentaries to viewers.
Well, and that's another one of those good partners. Well, you know, Nashville is it has a wealth of talent and art in the art community.
We absolutely do.
And so this is a wonderful venue and event to bring all of those talented people out. You know, because I hear so many people who come to Nashville many to try to break into country music.
That's right.
But you know, there's so many other avenues within Nashville, and people stay. And so it's so wow,
creative and talented people live here.
Yeah.
And they're all exposed at the festival.
We'll bring them all together as one big family. And you'd be surprised what happens in the hallways there. People, you know, communicate and talk and get excited about the films, but also there's exchanges of other things, and other things come out of that.
Well, now, That is true, because you meet so many different people in, because I've run into people there in the hallways,
Right.
waiting or purchasing tickets or waiting on the movie to start. And you hadn't, we all live in the same city, but I hadn't seen them in years. And then you meet other producers and directors and people within the industry.
And I think that's a nice thing about a festival that's unique, is the fact that you have access to those filmmakers. We do is, Q&As with every filmmaker that comes into town. We try to bring a lot in. You have an opportunity to have conversations with them and talk to them about, their film and how they got where they were. So, it's a resource also for people interested in film, want to make a film. I mean, not only, or just curious about a film.
Now that's very important, because there are so many people. There are schools here in Nashville that have studios on the campus of the schools.
Right.
I mean, high schools that have some even better than some of our TV studios. And so to have those young minds,
Yes, we have some great panels too that they can learn a lot about how to navigate and how to do that. There's some great panels that will.
Yeah, it's not often you get to talk to a filmmaker about the film that you just saw. I'll give you a really brief example. Last year there was the film The Freedom Riders, about the Freedom Rides that took place in 1961. And there were some of the Freedom Riders were there in the audience. And after the film was over, one of them suggested that something proposed in the film regarding Martin Luther King Jr. was incorrect, and that he was actually there when that happened.
Oh, wow.
And it was a really moving moment to get into this very deep discussion with somebody who was there. How often does that happen?
Yes, that was, I remember 10-1 with Mario Van Peebles last year too. And Michael Clark, Duncan. Oh my gosh, they were very candid about what goes on in filmmaking and movies and in the movies that they made, and as well as others and their experiences. So it's, wow, it is. It's fascinating. it's educating, and it's entertaining, and it's fun. All in one.
Yeah.
So
it's an exciting time, because what I love about it most is that at one time you used to have hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars to be able to do this, but when you give the tools back to the artists, amazing things happen. And now it doesn't take that kind of huge equipment and huge financial commitment to be able to make a film and have your voice heard.
Wonderful. Well, we want to say that they can go to your website at NashvilleFilmFestival.org and go on, and your new apps will be up.
Yes, and we're so grateful that Nissan is our presenting sponsor this year. So we're
that's
another
wonderful.
community
I always
partner.
see all this new Nissans
yes,
parked at the door.
come see a Leaf. You get to see a Leaf, on display.
2 Leafs actually parked outside the theater.
You guys just have it all there. So now, April the 14th through the 22nd.
21st.
21st.
That's
See,
right.
I'm thinking about last year.
If you want to stay an extra day, though, Regal won't mind.
Stay an extra day and have fun. Well, thank you, Joe.
Virginia,
And
thank you.
you so
Thank
much,
you
Sally,
so much.
for appearing on Luvricand Company. And we'll see you at the film festival.